Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. So let's take a look at the euro currency once again. Some patterns that we discussed yesterday has been formed. Now on the daily chart we have bullish grabber, and actually we have very similar patterns on other markets. So if you take a look at the dollar index, for example, right here we also have the same grabber. On the 10-year bonds we do not have purely the grabber, but we have side-by-side trend changing in the two sessions. I call it as the two-day grabber. Actually it carries the same idea, but by just some timing it is distributed among the two sessions. But in general this is actually the same process that we see currently on the euro currency. And currently the major question, what is we going to do with this grabber? Because by the end of this week we will get a lot of interesting moments. So first of all, those who are watching our gold market videos, remember that yesterday we talked about possible weekly bullish grabber on the gold market, and now everything goes to the moment. It's going to the moment that probably we will get it. So this is the first point. Second point, as a result of this week on a dollar index, we will get huge high wave pattern, as you can see. So some indecision of the market. It's also important. And now we have also the grabber on the euro currency. We have some similar performance on the bonds, where yields stands at the achieved levels and actually showing the downside pullback. On Great British pound we also have something, well, maybe it not is yet bullish, but it definitely is forming something rounding around. So if you take a look on the 4-hour time frame chart, is clearly we have some slowdown downside action, and that might be some extended cup to be formed or something. So from that standpoint, the grabber that we are actually now have doesn't seem like unreasonable. So maybe it has chances to work, and definitely it tells that if you consider taking the short position, it would be better to either wait when the situation with the grabber will be resolved, so do not go against it, or at least trying to choose more or less significant resistance areas that could let you to get at least the minimum pullback, the response of these levels, that you could manage your stop to the break-even, move your stop to the break-even. So because personally I do not want to go against the grabber once it has been formed, and I prefer to either actually try to trade it, because it brings very small risk. With this some retracement down, we have to place stop somewhere below the lows, but potential of this action seems very significant, because grabber suggests taking out about the stop and returning back to the 109.30 area at least. That actually, some things that you have to think about if you would like to make the trades here. On the 4-hour time frame chart, that's the levels that you could consider. So currently market stands at the first support, it's 107.70. Next one is 107.36. Maybe it makes no sense to risk too much with this trade, because market is still overexciting. It is over idealizing the Donald Trump. That everybody thinks that now the Donald Trump is comes to the White House and bring the prosperity and the order to the galaxy. But actually he has the same resource that Joe Biden had. And if this administration has failed to achieve the targets on different geopolitical points, why the Donald Trump actually has to succeed there? It's actually a big question around this. So I think that is mostly some kind of the or exciting some on the market currently with its recent results and so on. So from that standpoint of view, maybe it makes no sense to, as I said, risk too much. So yes, grabber looks really great. But in current circumstances, I prefer to get the position close to the lows, if it will be possible, or to reduce the overall trading volume of the position. So maybe it makes sense to split the position, take a very small part right here to not exceed the overall cash risk in the current situation, because grabber still has been formed after the strong collapse. And well, when you take a look at both candles, it seems that the probability that grabber will just erase this candle stands less than usual. And that's the reasons why I prefer to either to take position in lower levels or just to decrease the trading lot in the current circumstances. On the hourly chart, you could see what's going on. Actually, with this ABCD and hand shorts that we discussed recently, market hits first level that we talked about here and showing downside pullback. So if you've taken short position, now it makes sense to move it and break even, especially if because of the grabbers that we have. That will be the next target, next level for today's session is 108.33. If you still would like to take short position on euro currency, despite things that we have just discussed, at least try to do this from the strong resistance levels, as I said. So this is agreement resistance. If you would like to try to sell, maybe it will be not bad to watch it. At least it will provide you some protection and give you some technical response as we get right now from the OP and the 30% resistance that we discussed yesterday. So here's might be the same story. Do not try to just sell in this free space, because it actually will be very costly in current situation. Also, as you can see that this 618 level has natural, these previous lows, this gap open has happened, right? So some natural support resistance you can visibly could be recognized here, so that it was resistance, now it will be support, now it again will be resistance. So that's the level that you still could consider if you would like to. Although, as I said, personally, I do not want to consider currently taking any shorts. So that's actually towards what we have. Not very simple situation, but the grabber actually we have, and market stands relatively close to its consolidation point. So it's definitely some things to think about, taking this chance, or just do not do anything and postpone all activity on the next week.